All right, we're recording.
Okay, we're recording. Let's go.
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
All right.
Okay,
So we're back. This is
episode 3 of this recording
of
session.
this recording session. I think it's episode 6 then.
Yeah, happy episode 6, everybody.
Happy
What a
episode
strange
6.
anniversary.
And Clara's been here for the last 3 times, so if you hate
Yep.
her, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, guys.
You should be, Clara. You should be. All right, what are we doing today, Claire?
Well, see, we had the baller idea to read some Reddit threads.
From r/.
Am I the asshole?
Oh yeah, so we've got a couple pre-prepared. We're each gonna take turns reading them off, and then if we still need to fill time, we're gonna shoot the shit.
But we should, but we should also say that Gianluca is also here too.
Yeah, say hi,
Hi.
Gianluca.
I'm in the corner.
He's been banished.
He's on the floor.
That's him in the corner. That's him in the spotlight, losing his religion.
Wow. Well,
Who wants to go first?
well, there's no better way to start than asking the real question of Edward. Am I the asshole for ordering a USB-C cable?
I don't know, Claire. Are you telling me the whole story?
So, my husband, male 30, and I, female 30, have a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old. Today, my husband told me to take some time for myself and go thrifting, as well as pick up some formula. I did that.
and we're all proud of you for it, Claire.
And it took about an hour of time. When I got home, I sent my husband to Costco. Edward, you're stepping on the cable.
I'm sorry, Claire.
He's the asshole.
Am I the asshole?
You are the asshole. Anyway, when I got home, I sent my husband to Costco. And he was going to get a list of things, as well as look for a charging cable for his new AirPods. We were texting, and he said Costco didn't have one. So I told him I would add it to the Walmart order, and in the meantime, he can wirelessly charge them on his phone. Can you do that
I guess.
So.
with AirPods? How do you wirelessly charge them on your phone?
Your phone has energy. You
You
just
can put
conduct
You
it.
can
it.
do that?
I think it's like a specific type of AirPods.
Oh, crazy. But guys, I thought I was doing a favor so he didn't have to run another errand. I told him I added them to the order, but to take some time for himself and not come home yet if he didn't want to. As you do. But he came home and was very upset with me because I purposely cut his me time short. And I can see he was planning on going to Target. Maybe he was looking forward to it. But I never asked him to come home early. Just said I'd buy the cables. So now we can get it without picking up an order. What is this grammar, guys? He's now cold to me and not speaking. We got into an argument when he got home because he blamed me for cutting his time short. And I was only trying to help. Now he's not talking to me. And I'm wondering if I'm the asshole. He wanted to go to Costco.
Are we
I wanted to go to... and I would have gone anywhere. I was just trying to be helpful.
So are we gonna judge if they're the asshole?
I guess so.
I don't think she's the asshole, I
No,
won't
her
lie.
husband needs to
Her
fix
husband threw a
himself.
hissy fit because she shopped.
Like she was
He
really
needs
like...
to calm down.
He was like, they don't have cables here. And she was like, that's okay. We'll buy them somewhere else.
And then he threw a hissy fit.
And then he was like, you cut my me time short because I didn't have to buy stuff. And it's like, well, you could
You could
have.
buy something
You could have gone,
else.
yeah, you could have just gone for a drive.
He
Like,
could've-
dog.
Any-
See, so Claire, I think we've determined whether or not you're the asshole, but I need to know. Am I the asshole for calling my sister-in-law a jealous stick in the mud?
Well, let's hear.
Now, for context, I, 36 male, have been married to my wife, 37 female, for 15 years now. They got
Wait
married
a
at 21 and 22.
Oh my
That's
god.
kind of crazy.
My wife absolutely loves the SNL Totinos sketches. And by love, I mean watches them at least twice a month and dies laughing every time. She's weird, but I love her.
Well, that's...
So during quarantine, I got into 3D printing. And my wife even got me my own 3D printer for Christmas 2020. In 2021, before football season started, I got the idea of making her her own Totino's Super Bowl activity pack. It's from the sketches. And she absolutely loved it. I couldn't stop talking about it even months later. And because of that, I always make her a new one every year. That's really sweet.
That is really sweet.
I want to watch these Totino's sketches now. This year, my brother finally proposed to his long-term girlfriend, late 20s. Fine? Dog, these people are getting married way too young. And they moved closer to us. So we invited them to watch the first game of the season with us. They were there when I gave my wife her activity pack of the year, and I said, verbatim, by the way, I was going to give you a different Totino's experience this year, but arranging a life-changing lesbian experience with my friend's hot sister was a bit hard to swing.
What?
So here's another activity pack to pass the time while we watch the game. Huh?
I'm lost.
It was a joke. It was very obviously a joke. She laughed so hard, she had tears in her eyes, until my sister-in-law went and ruined the mood. She got upset about me infantilizing my wife, over-sexualizing lesbian relationships, being a misogynistic prick. It was a long rant. That's what I remember off the top of my head. I think part of the problem is he didn't listen to the rant. We were all surprised and shocked. My wife looked at me. I just looked back. Then we both turned to my brother. He was just standing there, not knowing what to do. And here's where I might be the asshole. Instead of explaining that it was just an inside joke, offering to show the source material of said joke, or just de-escalating, I went and said, "You must be really fun in parties." It was a joke, and the person that was meant to get it, pointing at my wife, seems to like it. So what's your problem? She doubled down. My brother finally unfroze and showed her the videos, but she still said that she stood by what she said. So I just asked her to leave, and told her that I don't want a jealous stick in the mud to ruin a funny tradition I have with my wife. She left in a huff, my brother followed her, and now both of them, as well as my parents, are asking me to apologize for my comments and saying that I behaved like an asshole. So am I the asshole?
It seems like a very
Honestly,
goofy
I was
situation.
sold on him for like the first half, and then he lashed out in anger and defensiveness, and I feel like that was very problematic.
I just think this is a ridiculous. I got lost at lesbians.
I feel like I needed to have seen the Totino's sketches.
I feel like I need to read that 5 times to understand what happened.
So Clara, are you familiar with the Totino's?
No.
Totino's are kind of like pizza pockets.
Okay, they did sound kind of like tortillas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a famous SNL sketch about Totino's.
I'm just confused about the lesbians.
I don't know.
I don't get the
It's
joke.
probably from the SNL sketch.
I feel like
Yeah.
So that was really a Totino's SNL centric article.
That was just
But
strange.
do you guys think he's the asshole?
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
I think he's like half a hole for sure.
Yeah. He's definitely got some.
He's the ass
hole
half.
in there.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to pass the mic over to GL?
We don't know whether he was the asshole,
Oh yeah,
but
Gianluca.
Luca.
Yeah, I might be. Because am I the asshole for walking out of the airport when I saw my husband's mom standing there with her luggage? I, female 30, don't have the best relationship with my husband's mom. Since day one, she tried to make remarks and compare me to her. She then tried to get on my good side.
What's happening?
Gianluca, you gotta look. There's someone on Skype with their grandparents.
What?
Or like Zoom. Look.
What?
There's somebody on a Skype call outside.
Sorry.
We should wave.
No, just take it.
This feels.
I don't think they can see us.
For the audio listeners who's taking a photo.
I wonder if they heard it click.
Super 8
Was it a
guys.
good picture?
No, it wasn't.
It was a perfect picture. It was pitch perfect.
Always pitch perfect. That's the goat.
And now Gianluca's gonna sing the Cup song.
Well, the cup walked. Oh,
Is it?
Wait, why is it such a good photo though? Wait, what?
What are they? There's a warning in the middle of the screen, and I just don't know how to take it off. Oh.
Can you send me that photo to post on the Just Another Two Guys before this episode comes out?
All right. Well,
Oh.
I'll continue.
Anyway, you were asking us a question. Are you
Yeah.
the asshole?
So, so I don't have the best relationship with my husband's mom. Since day one, she tried to make remarks and compare me to her. She then tried to get on my good side and started overly praising everything I do, and sometimes even copying me, like that one time when she literally dyed her hair purple, just like mine. And when everyone pointed out how ridiculous she looked, she actually blamed me and accused me of trying to make a joke out of her. So, anyways, my husband and I took 2 weeks off of work to go visit some places out of the country. Tourism, in other words. Thing is, I was the one who saved up for and arranged the trip. My husband was responsible for booking the tickets. My husband's mom wanted to come along and threw a temper tantrums when I said no. She called, texted, sent people to talk to me into letting her come, and even threatened to call the police and make some complaint to get us to stay if she can't come. My husband said we should just take her, but I told him he was wrong to tell her about the trip in the first place. He gave me an ultimatum, said he wouldn't go if she can't come, and I told him I'll gladly call his bluff, which made him take his word back and say, fine, I will tell her to stop it because we won't take her. Things got quieter, suspiciously quieter. The day of the trip came, and we got to the airport at 2 p.m. My husband was walking ahead of me and was looking left and right like he was looking for someone. I asked him, but he didn't respond. He led me to the waiting area, and first thing I saw was his mom standing there with her luggage. I froze in spot. I felt a cold wave washing over me, and I was fuming inside. She and my husband were hugging. That's when I quietly turned around and started walking towards the exit. My husband followed me while shouting at me to stop. He tried to stop me, but I told him off the harshest way possible. He tried to say I was overreacting and that his mom was there anyway, and I should let it go and not mess up the trip for us. I told him he and his mom could still go and that I was going home. I went home and sobbed into my dog's fur for several minutes. Turned out he booked her a ticket without me knowing. An hour later, he came home yelling and was raging about how pathetic and spiteful I was to walk out and go home and ruin the trip last minute. I told him he caused this to happen. He said that I was being so hard on his mom, it's ridiculous. I refused to fight anymore, but he kept berating me and then called my family to tell them that the trip was canceled and that it was because of me. My family said that I shouldn't have ruined it for myself and should have sucked it up and done my best to enjoy. That I really overreact.
I mean, like a little.
I mean, I don't think it's that big of an overreaction. If you, make it clear that you don't want your husband's mother to come on the trip. And he's like, no, I won't make my mom come on the trip. And then his mom is there at the
I
airport.
think he might be the asshole in this
No,
situation.
he's definitely the asshole. But, just, immediately walking out.
I mean...
maybe it's just because I'm very much a people pleaser sometimes. And I get very awkward in confrontational situations.
Yeah.
But I would have just sucked it up.
What if, you were, going on a trip with, your best friend, but your best friend was also friends with, your mortal enemy, pretend Zach.
Aww,
Zach,
poor
my mortal enemy, or my
Zach,
best friend?
Zach is your mortal enemy.
Actually, yeah, I get it. He's the husband's the asshole. She's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Clara, do you have an Am I the Asshole story you want to read?
Does someone have one for me to read?
I'll just scroll. I'll scroll
Yeah.
once and see what the top story
Oh,
is.
goodness.
Clara, do you know what Am I the Asshole stories are?
Well, I do now.
Yeah. What did you think they were going to be? I want to hear your...
I don't know what I thought. I figured, I guess something along the
Do you want to
lines.
read Am I the Asshole for calling my sibling's new partner a gold digger?
Ooh.
Sure. This sounds like it'll get interesting. I guess I expected less long paragraphs, and I just think it's really funny how the age is why do we need to know how old you are?
Because wouldn't it make a difference if somebody, I don't know, killed a baby if they were 70 or 50?
I don't think it would make a difference if they killed a baby.
You're right. I was trying to think of a thing. What's the title?
I can't even read it.
What?
It has so many abbreviations.
Our poster wonders if she's the asshole for bringing sister-in-law's wallet to
Oh.
the restaurant after her sister-in-law conveniently keeps forgetting it.
Conveniently.
Conveniently.
Oh, that one has T to
Should
it.
I read both?
Yes.
Okay,
Back
I'll
to back, and then we'll talk afterwards on our
Okay,
thoughts about
I'll
that.
start. Well, hope no one's phone turns off. Okay, first Edwards. Am I the asshole? Oh wait, guys, I have a question.
Okay, I have an
So
answer.
you guys know how I have an older sibling, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So am I the asshole for calling my sibling's new partner a gold digger? I guess we'll find out. My sister, my wife, my parents, and my sister's new boyfriend.
Wait, Tara, you're married.
Yes. Surprise,
Congrats.
guys. The wedding ring doesn't fit, so I don't wear it.
Mazel tov.
What?
Anyways. Yeah.
We and my sister's new boyfriend, Mark, go out for my dad's birthday. We know his name's Mark now. It's an upscale steakhouse, and my wife and I are supposed to treat my dad. My sister and Mark are supposed to pick up my mom's side. Mom got a bottle of red wine, $1.40. My sister knows our parents' taste before going in on this. My sister pulls me aside asking if we could get my mom's side because they're broke and she'd pay me back. Mark had just lost his job.
Oh,
Aw, Mark.
Yeah. There was this whiskey flight my dad got that was almost $200. But then Mark decided to get the same thing after my sister said she couldn't afford Mom's bill because Mark isn't working.
Wait, these numbers are all
I'm really
Dollar
so
amount.
money. Whoa. I
There's
just
so
realized
much
that.
going on, it's confusing me already.
No, it's it's almost 200 liters of whiskey that he's drinking.
That's
Jeez.
crazy. I was silent on this, but cornered Mark in the restroom about it. I found out my sister was paying for him also because, it's got in a, should I say the swear word?
Yes.
Because,
Doc, you're fine.
Or just go.
I
It
just
is-
think
it is really funny that she caught him while he was pissing, though.
Yeah. Anyways, I found out my sister was paying for him also because motherfucker just lost his job. I called Mark in front of the bathroom. Wait. I have to read this before I read it. It's confusing. Okay, I called Mark in front of the bathroom there's a bathroom attendant?
This is an upscale place.
Wow, this is really fancy.
Well, like sometimes in like Europe.
Yeah, they
have
give you
people-
toilet paper.
Like the
or
piss
whatever.
guardian.
Yeah.
Okay, I called Mark in front of the bathroom attendant, a broke-ass motherfucking gold digger, as my guess, and yelled at him about his bullshit. He told me he, in quotes, didn't take my parents to raise, end quote. Edit. Take my parents to raise means Mark wasn't paying my parents' bill. I'm pissed off. So say something when they bring out this cake. What? For my dad. These are so weird to read out loud. And Mark helps himself to another piece of cake instead of letting my parents take the rest home. I told my family that for not taking my parents to raise, Mark seems to be a greedy asshole. I tell my parents and sister what he said. My dad asks him to leave the party, and my sister was going to pay the bill. My dad took it from my sister, saying real men pay the bills, and my dad would go
Real men
without
do pay the
before his
bills.
wife and children went without, and my sister needs to save her money and make better life choices. Mark and my sister got in a huge fight, and my sister blames me for it because I couldn't keep my mouth shut about Mark. I told my sister at least she can dump the gold digger now, and my sister blocked me. that went places.
My God.
Should I read the next one?
First, no, we're going uninterrupted, I thought.
Oh,
Okay.
uninterrupted. Got it.
And this is from Gianluca. What is the first? Is this stand for anything, or is it just oop?
OOP.
Oop. Original OP. Original poster.
Original poster wonders if she's the asshole for bringing her sister-in-law's wallet to the restaurant after her sister-in-law conveniently keeps on forgetting it. Mood spoiler, satisfying. Okay. Am I the
Satisfying?
asshole for bringing my sister-in-law's wallet to the restaurant when she conveniently always forgets it? What? Okay. My, female 28, sister-in-law, Amy, female 26, always comes to visit from out of town. She stays with us instead of a hotel and always wants to go to expensive restaurants. She always conveniently forgets her wallet, or domes up? I think it's supposed to be comes up, with some excuses as to why she can't pay her share. She has implied that since I make much more money than her, I should be the one to pay, in parentheses. No, not my husband should pay, but me specifically. I do make a fair amount of money, but not so much that I can treat someone every time they come into town. Nonetheless, in the past, I've just paid the bill and asked her to pay me back. She never has. She had made a reservation at an extremely expensive restaurant last night, and before we left, I made it clear that I wouldn't be paying her bill. This is where I might be the asshole. And I'll admit I got this move straight from an episode of 2.5 Men. As we were leaving, her and my husband went to the car. I pretended I forgot something and went back inside. I found her wallet sitting right on top of her suitcase. I put it in my purse and we went to the restaurant. When we were done eating, I asked for separate bills. She said no, we need one bill because she forgot her wallet again. I reached in my purse and said, "This wallet." She was extremely furious. She said that I should not have touched or grabbed her wallet. So, am I the asshole for taking her wallet and bringing it to the restaurant? I'm not reading about this.
That's fine.
There's a whole section about therapy and boundaries.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, who needs them?
I think it's not asshole thing to do.
The second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
The first one, I think, Mark's the asshole as much as I think they're both the assholes. in the
I'm
first
really
one.
confused
Yeah.
about the first one. There were too many people.
I was like trying to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Well-
oh my god, I feel like we should talk about Reddit a little bit because then we can actually follow what our podcast kind of is. So, Gianluca, what are your opinions on Reddit as a whole?
Well, back in 2020, let's just say I was a moderator for a lot of Dream SMP subreddits. It's a bad place. Don't.
How did you end up as a moderator on?
Dream SMP subreddits?
Yeah.
I had connections. I had a lot of connections. And
Have you ever been
How?
in that
Wait.
Discord call with the Dream SMP?
The Dream SMP? I wish. Too old for them now, though.
Oh.
I'm 18,
What?
so.
Oh, that's a weird joke to
Sorry.
make.
Oh my god.
No, I was never in a call with the Dream SMPs, but I did moderate their subreddits, and the stuff that you have to not let through is a lot. There's a lot of...
So was that mod job like you would go through it and see what was posted and ban it, or do you have to go through all the potential posts and allow them?
Well, like, it automatically flags posts that
Ah.
are, like, marked as weird. And there's a lot of those. The Dream SMP fans in 2020 were very weird. It was a very weird group of people. Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw a lot of weird art about the Dream SMP members.
Fun time.
It was a fun time.
Clara, what's your experience with Reddit?
Mine just now. That was it.
I remember. Okay, no one asked me, but I'm
Claire,
next.
Claire, tell us about your experience with Reddit.
I got Reddit, I think, purely because I was watching YouTubers who had Reddits. And I think the specific YouTuber was, like, Jack Sucks at Life.
I love Jack Sucks at Life.
Yeah, and he would do his, like, Reddit videos, and I was like, I gotta get on this Jack Sucks at Life Reddit. And then I don't think I use it at all.
That's fair.
In 2022, my dog was in a Jack Sucks at Life video. 'Cause
Which one?
He was selling his golden play button on eBay, so I made an eBay account, sent him a bunch of pictures of Joe Exotic, and like one picture of my dog. And he saw it in the video, and he was like, I trade the golden play button for this dog. I should have followed up on it.
You should
I
have.
should have.
You could have gotten Jack Sucks
you know
at
what
Life's
video
golden
it
play
is?
button.
It
Video
is.
it is?
It's selling my golden play button on eBay.
Okay, I'm gonna watch
1
that
million
later.
subscribers.
Everyone else should go watch that.
Everybody go find Gianluca's dog and say, man, that's a cool dog.
Yeah. What else? I think I was in another one of his videos a while before that. I was in a lot of YouTube. I had a conversation with Sammy Classic Sonic fan once, who's the guy that went, "When will you learn that your actions have consequences?" That guy. I had
What was
a
that? Was he like as terrifying
No,
as
he
he
was
seems, or like really chill?
It was because he made those videos like 2014. This was like a few years ago. I had a
So
conversation.
he's like a full ass adult
Yeah,
now.
he's an adult now, and he's awesome. We had a conversation about Kirby, which is pretty cool. Talked about Kirby Superstar Ultra. You guys probably don't know who Liam Thrasher is.
You read it, no?
He's a TikToker, and he dresses up as Cat Noir in his videos, and it's awesome. And I had a conversation once with him about young Sheldon.
Did it inspire you?
Clara. Okay, I'll pass the mic to somebody else.
Edward,
All right.
what are your experiences with Reddit?
Minimal. I used Reddit for a little bit, and then I realized, hey, this was like social media, but way worse. And then I deleted Reddit.
It's a great story.
That's so fair.
That is.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Reddit's kind of scary because like anything's there.
The other thing is, one of my buddies will sometimes, and he's like a buddy, like with a capital B,
Buddy.
will sometimes just randomly show me Reddit 50/50s of like the most horrifying things. It's like there was a time last year we were just hanging out one morning. He was like, "Hey, look at this," and it was. I don't know if I should actually describe what it was. It was bad.
Describe what the other 50 was.
I don't even remember. He just showed me the scary part.
Just a scary part.
It was so spoopy.
Oh.
I mean, I don't use Reddit at all nowadays, but I still am a moderator of r/moths and r/lamps.
Lamps?
Yeah.
Are the two subreddits closely connected?
Yes. Yes, they are. And I think I still have mod controls in a lot of the Dream SMP subreddits.
You should just go delete every
I could.
Only
post.
one way.
I
Only
could,
one way to
I
check.
could right now. I don't know where my phone
Let's
is.
pull up. What subreddits am I a part of? I don't think I'm a part of many anymore. I think I left a whole bunch. I'm still part
Right
of.
now, Gianluca's password and dang it, he has Face ID.
My password is the same across every single one of my
Gianluca's
accounts.
password is his face.
Yeah, okay, let's go. I think it's... I was on r/Dream SMP.
Now, Clara's going to describe
Oh,
Gianluca's
really?
face.
I'm on that one.
He
still, I
has
think.
2
Okay.
eyes and 2
Did they remove
eyebrows.
me as a moderator on r/George Not Found?
Oh my god.
What?
How do I find out who all the moderators are?
Man,
Oh wait, no.
this run of 3 episodes is going to have like a dip in quality.
Oh,
This
no.
is... We brought me here and
I'm
it
still a
got
moderator on
strange.
r/George Not Found. I can
Amazing.
delete every post in the subreddit.
You should.
I can fully delete the r/Carl Jacobs account because I am the top moderator on that subreddit.
On the which one?
r/Carl Jacobs.
So you could delete the subreddit?
I could delete that subreddit. They removed me as a moderator from r/Stream SMP. A moderator on r/moths and moth memes and lamps. r/moths is a good subreddit because it's just a bunch of photos of moths. 75,000 members.
You are.
I am.
Oh my god.
I'm in a Discord server with every single moderator from the Dream SMP, like all the Discord mods, all the Reddit mods. I did find out Technoblade died like 2 days before it was announced because
I
of
found out at Hamilton.
at Hamilton.
I was watching Hamilton.
Did they do an announcement before the show?
No, with Annika, and so I was. Here's the story. I was going. It was a school thing.
Yeah.
I was in like grade 9, and we walk into the theater, and I'm like, Technoblade posted a new YouTube video. And I was like, I'll watch it when I get home. And then I went into the theater. I sat down for the first act of Hamilton. After the first act of Hamilton was over, I left the theater. And then I opened my Discord, and I was like, what? What? Why is everyone making announcements? What? And then I was like, oh. And
Guess
then I
that's
went-
what the video was about.
And then I sat through the second half of Hamilton. And that was fun.
I mean, that makes sense because the second half of Hamilton's the sad half.
Yeah.
That's true.
It was something. It was definitely an experience. But that's how I found out Technoblade died.
Oh yeah.
Clara, how did you find out Technoblade died?
That's a great question. I don't know.
I remember distinctly that I was taking a walk and I stopped and I was like sitting in a field and I got a text that was like Technoblade had died. So I watched the video on like on data because I just had to see what was happening.
Yeah.
It was like when the Queen died.
I feel
I
like
I was
remember
there,
that.
yeah.
I feel like I heard more fanfare when Technoblade
I
died,
think
Yeah.
so too.
which is sad.
You know what we'll do? We'll read one more.
Let's see the top "Am I the Asshole" post.
We'll read the top "Am I the Asshole" post of all time.
Top all time.
And
and then-
that'll be how we end this episode.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for telling my wife the lock on my daughter's door does not get removed until my brother-in-law and his daughters are out of our house?
Oh, this one's gonna be something.
My brother-in-law, Sammy, lost his home shortly after his divorce 10 months ago. He moved in with us and brought his twin daughters, Olivia and Sloane, 18. With him, a couple of months ago... Oh, that was a weird sentence. He brought his 2 daughters, Olivia and Sloane, 18, with him a couple months ago. His sister, my wife, and I have 1 daughter, Zoe, 16. And she and her cousins aren't close, but get along fine. Olivia and Sloane have no respect for Zoe's privacy. None. They used to walk into her room and take everything they get their hands on. Makeup, phone accessories, clothes, school laptop, etc. Zoe complained a lot, and I've already asked the girls to respect Zoe's privacy and stop taking things. My wife and Sammy saw no issues with this. After all, they're girls, and this is typical teenage girl behavior.
Okay, we're gonna do what they do in the actual podcast. We're gonna talk about this. What?
Dog, what?
Yeah, Claire, you know when like I don't know. where
Okay, I'm not a
with this.
teenage girl. I have never been a teenage girl.
When I go to
Is
Jay's
this
house,
typical
I-
teenage girl behavior?
No.
No. I love when I go to Jay's house and steal all her things.
Like, I can't say, like, not, like, stealing, but, like, borrowing.
With, like, can I borrow this?
Personally, when I was 5, I stole a Lego figure from one of my friends.
Were you a teenage girl at the time?
I was, and I hid it in my closet in case he came over to my closet and found it.
When I was in, like, daycare, we had a Barbie bucket, and I stole, like, little shampoo bottles. Little Barbie shampoo bottles. I still have them in a box in my room.
Oh, just in case they come back and, like, show us the Barbie bottle.
Yeah.
What?
Claire, we've been missing some Barbie bottles.
So, like, I mean, like,
I feel like that's little child behavior.
it's little child behavior. It's not really, like...
Yeah, the thing that got me was like, okay,
18.
like clothes, makeup, whatever. Phone accessories, I guess, is a thing.
Yeah.
Does that mean like charging cables? The thing that got me was school laptop.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because, like, first of all, that's expansive, but it also doesn't belong to you.
Yeah.
Should we continue?
Continue.
Last straw was when Zoe's the wife, right? Who's Zoe?
No,
Which
I
one's
think
Zoe?
Zoe's a
Zoe's the
child.
daughter. I've lost track. Was when Zoe bought a $60 MAC makeup kit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That looks like a paint set that she saved up for over a month. And one of the girls, Sloane, oh, that's not a sentence. Okay, this is the actual sentence. She saved up for a month and one of the girls, Sloane, took it without permission and ruined it by mixing shades together while using it.
Oh.
Don't know much about makeup, but that's what Zoe said when she found the kit on her bed and was crying. I told my wife and she said she'd ask Sloane to apologize, but I got Zoe a lock after I found she was moving valuable belongings out of the house because of this incident.
Aw, that's kind of
This
sad.
poor kid.
I know,
Really
like,
sad.
taking this all on herself.
Well, and like even like her mom is like fully leaving
What's
and
with
hanging
her
her out to
mom?
dry,
Yeah. Oh.
and
okay.
like okay, I get like the mom probably feels bad for her brother and whatever,
Like,
but like
But
dog.
mom's definitely taking the family rather
Also,
than...
can you imagine the kind of divorce you'd have to get into where you get full custody and lose the house?
Oh,
Like that feels like bad court proceedings, right?
yeah.
Alright, anyway, Sammy and his daughters saw the lock and weren't happy.
oh no.
Boo-hoo.
Oh, dang it, the thieves, they're the thieving targets installed thieving protection. The girls were extremely upset. Sammy asked about it, and I straight up told him. He said, my daughters aren't thieves. It's normal that girls of the same age borrow each other's stuff. He said Zoe could easily get another makeup kit for $15 from Walmart and shouldn't even be buying expensive adult makeup
Oh.
in the first place, and suggested my wife take care of this defect in Zoe's personality.
Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa.
Sammy's coming out swinging.
Whoa.
Jesus. Trying to appear older than she is. He accused me of being overprotective and babying Zoe with this level of enablement.
What?
Oh my
This
God.
took a turn.
This really took a turn.
Holy moly.
Dog, Sammy. I know stuff's rough, but like, what?
Alright, well,
What?
I told him this is between me and my wife, but she shamed me for putting a lock on Zoe's door for her cousins to see and preventing them from spending time with her, saying I was supposed to treat them like daughters, then demanded I remove it, but I said this lock does not get removed till her brother and his daughters are out of the house.
That seems reasonable, right?
I think
Yeah,
that's
it's like
reasonable.
she has the right to privacy, and it's like you can't just use the excuse of, oh, you have to hang out with your cousins.
And like the way her brother lashed out definitely does not support an idea of stability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very much like, oh, that's a...
She got mad. I was implying we kick them out and said her family will hate me for this.
Oh, boo-hoo.
So I reminded her that I let Sammy and his family move in, which is... Oh, these commas are weird. They use commas to abbreviate words together, which is something her own family refused to do. So she should start by shaming/blaming them for not taking their own son and nieces/granddaughters in. If it wasn't for her family's unwillingness to help, we wouldn't be dealing with this much disturbance at my home. Everyone's been giving me and Zoe silent treatment, and my wife is very much upset over this.
Oh, that
Oh,
feels That feels bad.
Like, I'm not suggesting divorce, but at least couples therapy.
Yeah, don't bring Zoe into this. She's just trying to have her own.
Yeah, why are they silent
space.
treatmenting Zoe?
Yeah, like these girls are stealing Zoe's stuff, and it's like you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I don't know. No, he's definitely not the asshole for that. I think the family is. My God.
Yeah.
I concur.
Like, that's wild. Do you want to do one other one that's titled Everything Sucks and is Am I the Asshole for Making a Dad Joke?
How long is it?
Not too long.
Okay, go.
All right. Note. My stepdaughter, Madeline, was about a year old when I married her mother, Jessica. Madeline's father died before she was born. Madeline is currently 15, and she's rebelling for almost everything. She did something bad, so while picking her up, I set a punishment up for her. Then she said, "You're not my dad, I don't have to follow you." Honestly, I got a bit hurt from that. But I understand that she didn't mean it, and that she'd probably change. I just replied, "I'm still your legal guardian for the next 3 years, and as long as you're in my house, you have to follow my rules." That happened about 2 days ago. So our family was going grocery shopping when Madeline said, "I'm hungry, I need food." I decided to be extremely cheeky and say, "Hi, hungry, I'm not your dad." Oh no!
Call back.
My son just started to laugh uncontrollably. My daughter was just quiet with embarrassment, and my wife was berating me, quote, "not to stoop down to her level." Honestly, I thought it was a funny dad joke, and my son agrees. So am I the asshole? Edit, I did adopt her, so legally I am her parent. Mini update. I'll probably give a full update later, but here's what happened so far. I go to my daughter's room after dinner and begin talking with her. "Hey, I'm really sorry that I hurt you, but by the words I said, and I am really your dad. I changed your diapers, I met your boyfriend, and I plan on helping you through college. And plus, I'm legally your dad, so we're stuck together. But seriously, I'm going to love you like my daughter, even if you don't think I'm your dad." Then I hugged her. She did start to cry. I assume that's good.
My God.
That was like mostly very tame.
Yeah.
And then that one thing, dog.
I don't think he's the asshole.
I think he did a little whoopsie.
Yeah.
A little doopsie doo.
He went a little too far with the bit.
Yeah.
But don't we all?
Yeah. This podcast is still a bit. I feel like we should mention that. Is it now?
Which is,
Well, we're here.
I think if we call it a bit, it's still okay for it to have the dwindling,
Quality?
quality that it just continues to have.
We started at, middling quality, and we're just
Slowly.
just on a descent.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for being on the podcast,
Yeah.
you two.
I had fun.
Do you guys want to talk about who you are one more time before we end this episode?
I'll let Gianluca start.
I'm Gianluca. I used to be a colleague of everybody in this room, and then I was cast away. I was ostracized by the people that I thought cared about me. They sent me to a different school where I had to go on my own. I had to go on very long walks every day just because I'm 1 year older.
So is Gianluca the asshole for that?
Yes.
I would say no. I say it's not your fault. They
Thank
were
you.
they were the ones.
They were the ones that
Anyway.
forced me to leave.
Clara.
Clara.
Do you want to sign yourself out?
I'm Clara. I showed up here today. Am I the asshole?
For showing up? Absolutely.
I feel like I got here and it got a lot more chaotic. And especially the first one we did. I don't
Yeah,
think there was
Clara-
any
I mean,
direction in that.
our first episode of the last recording session was also rough.
Yeah, it kind of gets better.
And these last couple weren't too bad.
Claire, we should do
Bad,
pirates
honestly.
at some point. We can bring in Zach.
Zach told me he will never be on
Oh.
the podcast.
Then
and he
Then
will
trick
never
him.
listen to the
Tell
podcast.
him he's going to a special room to have fun. And then you're like,
Kidnap
read this
Zachary.
script. This is like a research quiz.
This is the special fun audio lab where we don't do podcasts.
where we just
Yeah.
read the
All right,
script.
Claire, do you want to now that we've started a format for this outros, do you want to?
I'm Claire. I invited everyone here. Am I the asshole?
No, Claire, we're all very appreciative of you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Shout out to Claire, the backbone of this podcast.
Oh my god, I do so much, and Edward's just here.
I'm Edward. I am still very much just here. I technically co-host, but I don't do any other part of the podcast. I don't do any logistics or anything. For that, I'm very sorry, Claire, and I know I'm the asshole.
No, you're not. This was all my idea, so.
All right,
And there's my father.
we're gonna clear out of here. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you when we next record 3 episodes in a row.
Yay.
Yay.